everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Raiders coming in at 0-7, going up against the Chargers, who come in at 6-1. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the San Diego Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. Green, the tight end, in motion. Carr now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Carry for Latavius Murray. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
I've always loved Brandon Mebane. From the time I watched him play in college through many, many productive years in the NFL, one of the best defensive tackles in the game.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They go with Murray again, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And that brings up 4th down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
One receiver left, that's Allen. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But
and all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we're going to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now a second down run for Murray. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Carr now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Carr. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. From the gun, it's Carr. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 52 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Back to throw here. Stepping up, he fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
the memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now this time Carl throw, sliding out of the pocket, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? That's the way this game.
Now a hit and a loose football. And he did get it back, I do think. Yes, so no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And one of the guys to watch out for out of this group is the man on the outside, Keenan Allen.
His versatility, able to play outside the numbers, come back inside to the slot. In any case, you've got to find ways to get him the ball.
They'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. One receiver left, that's Allen. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. third down now following the completed pass. Another pistol look here. To throw his car. And Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Benjamin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll look to throw, surveying the field. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malcolm Smith coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Back to throw here. And the defense has it covered. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. And this completes to Henry over the middle. It'll be a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Third and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's second down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be third down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. 1 receiver left, that's Allen. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and it's third down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because our only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And that'll make it third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a third down. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down. Back to throw again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Raiders will take possession. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
All right, here we go, baby. Alert, alert.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr, eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Okay, let's do our version of name-dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A-gap. The gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film.
Let me see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept turning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Here's Josh Lambo now for the Charger field goal. This from 25 yards out. And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. Following the penalty, it's Murray. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
A really nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll try to run it in with Murray. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They recovered a fumble on their side of the field last time. Led to a field goal. We'll see if they can force another turnover now.
And you got to love the way that they're playing. You go back to that last series, it's almost like baseball when a guy is hitting really well. See ball, hit ball, right?
Pretty simple.
In this case, they'll make it simple on defense. See ball, get ball. And that's exactly what they did.
Going back to the archaic time.
Yes, sir. Make it simple.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Back now in the East Bay. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that'll be good for an Oakland 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end. and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
All right, here we go. Wide and yay. Wide and yay. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Hey, we're going to rally. Rally.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding time. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's brought down. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's complete right around the 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this is complete. It's Allen. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But the stats that matter on this play don't help the team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's a big one there. It's his third field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 13 yards there on the pickup. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast. Maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Now Carr firing quickly here, and that's complete. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, here we go. Zebra. Check zebra. Check 3. Zebra. Zebra. Double up. Come on, baby. Alert.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.